what's going on, you guys? Yakko Stu here, and this is going to be your body weight deep core workout. So we're going to focus on the trunk of the body today. A lot of deep core work, abdominals. All right, and you don't need anything to do it. Maybe a mat, maybe a bench or a chair, because we have some plank and we have some floor work. All right, but otherwise, that's it. So I hope you're ready to rock and roll. We're going to get creative, so don't worry. We're not going to only do a bunch of crunches and hollow holds and things of that nature. We're going to do a lot more non-traditional ab exercises, all right? But quick intro to the workout. We're going to do circuit style today. So 7 different exercises, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off, okay? That's the only rest break you get for today, all right? But don't worry, it will be enough, I promise. All right, so let's jump right into that warm up. All right, as always, please modify however you need to for your body, all right? I'll offer modifications along the way, however you know your body best. So just adjust as needed, maybe finding a happy medium. If I offer a few things and you kind of want to tailor it a little bit more to your needs, that's fine. All right, whatever keeps you safe, as long as we're working hard today, okay? Good, and let's just do a light twist. I'll offer modifications for, general ailments like knees, shoulders, impact, although we have no impact today, so don't worry about that. Even twisting. We do have some twisting in this workout though today, but don't worry, again, like I said, I'll show you how to deal with that if that's what you need to modify for. Good, we're just gonna reach for the opposite hand to toe, letting those knees bend as we reach down. Good. And from here, let's bring those feet to the end of our mat. Reach down, touch those toes, reach up nice and high. And just warm that spine up a little bit. Warm up that low back. Good, and touch those toes, let's walk it out. Plank, shoulder tap, knee tuck, and walk those hands back to your feet, and inchworm out again. Plank, shoulder tap, knee tuck, and walk it in. One more time, walk it out. Plank, shoulder tap, knee tuck, and from here, we're just gonna lower all the way down to our belly. You're gonna lift up like a Superman, a back extension, and then we're just gonna stay on the knees, press up with those hands for a modified push-up. Superman, modified push-up. Should say a mini back extension, because we're not doing a full length extension. Good, and just keep repping it out here for 3, 2, 1 on your plank. All right, from here, let's step right foot to left hand, left foot to right hand, just as close as you can. It doesn't have to be crazy. I just want you to mobilize those hips a little bit, activate that core, pull your belly in. Good, and left foot next to the left hand, runner's lunge with a twist. Good, switch it. And one more time on each. Good, excellent work. Let's up both of them up. Drop down to a squat from here. We're gonna reach one hand up nice and high to the sky, and then switch it out. Because we got some squats today. We're gonna work kind of flowy here. Good. All right, and go ahead, find a hinge, and bring it up to a stand. We got 10 seconds, we're gonna jump right into it, so if you need to pause for a quick drink, go ahead and do so. First move, we're gonna keep our hands overhead, squat down, find a hinge, and deadlift up. Let's begin. So squat, hinge, stand. All right. Squat, hinge, stand. Now I know this looks like it's legs. And yes, our legs are working, but you have to do all of that vacuuming. Let's keep those arms nice and high overhead. I want you to focus on getting those biceps close to the ears, maintaining a flat back. Get as deep as you can in your squat. Good. And notice my thumbs. I'm pointing in the direction that I'm pressing those hands. Good. So you're going to feel that in your back and rest. You're going to feel that in the back. You're going to feel that in the abdominals. Moving on, we have a push-up to down dog. All right. So for here, your modified option is to stay on the knees, push up, and then go to like this child's pose, or push up on the knees, and down dog on the feet. Let's begin. Otherwise, stay on those toes. Again, I know this looks like, well, this is a chest exercise. All right, yes, push-ups, we're gonna use our arms, we're gonna use our chest, all right? But think of all of the abdominal work required to maintain a strong push-up. Belly in, and shift those hips back. Take your time, we're not rushing, we're not trying to race, just getting a nice, steady pace of reps in. Good, 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, back on your feet, we have windmills. So a lot of times this is done with, especially a kettlebell, but a weight. So we're gonna have those feet hip width apart, hinging back, and we're gonna touch the floor with one hand as the other stays overhead, keeping our gaze to that hand. And then we'll switch. Begin. If you cannot rotate this deep, all right, what I want you to do instead, hinge with those hands overhead. Good. Or you can just not put one hand in the air and get a smaller rotation. You're gonna notice one knee is gonna drive a little farther forward, that back knee. That's okay. I want you to pull that belly in, like I said. Draw it in, nice flat back. Hinge through those hips, so push your hips really far behind you. 3, 2, 1, and rest on the ground. Next we have a side plank with a leg lift. So modified version, you're gonna keep the knee down, come up with that leg lift. Otherwise, on your feet. All right, let's go. Good, I want you to keep those obliques activated. So lift your hips high. Lift your hips high. Slow and controlled with that leg lift. Push the floor away. So we're trying to get this whole underside. Good, reach, reach, reach. Good, push that floor away. We got about 10 seconds left. Keep it nice and high, slow and controlled. We're really trying to focus on that deep core strength, slow and controlled. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, on your feet. Moving on. You're gonna keep your hands either behind the head, prisoner style, or overhead. We have a long lunge. Notice I'm in one straight line from those hips to my shoulders, out through my hands, come up with the knee. Alternate, let's go. Lunge, knee. So if that's too hard, with the hands out long, I want you to activate that upper back, puff out the chest. Nice deep long lunge. All right, it's up to you. It's more challenging on the core to keep those arms long. Whew. And yes, you're gonna feel a little bit in your glutes, right? Think it's kind of like a single leg deadlift for that front side. But we really gotta engage again with that vacuum and rest. All right, moving on. Exercise number 6, hands behind the head. We're gonna take a nice wide stance. We're gonna find this hinge-like position and we're gonna drop down side lunge to side lunge. All right, let's begin. If that's too hard, hands on the floor and just kind of keep a light touch. All right, otherwise hands behind the head. Good, belly's in tight. A lot of low back work here to keep you engaged. Good, good. Pull those shoulder blades together behind you. Open up that chest. Elbows wide. You got this, come on. You're gonna feel those obliques kick in as you get lower towards each direction. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest on the floor. Last exercise of the circuit. All right, so next, here we are. We're gonna lay down. We're gonna come up with the leg raise. All right, controlled, but we're gonna go really slow on the decline. All right, let's begin. So come up, tempo leg raise. 3, 2, 1, up. 3, 2, 1, up. Good. Push that low back to the floor. 3, 2, 1, up. 3, 2, 1, up. Excellent work, you guys. Keep going. I won't do all the counting. 15 seconds. Tuck that chin, low back to the ground. Slow and controlled on your way down. 2, 1, and rest. All right, back to the top, round number 2. So pretty simple, all right? I know there's like kind of a lot of moving parts here. Remember, we're working on the full core, so we want to keep that low back strong. That's also going to support the front of the body. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Overhead squat, hinge, and stand. Squat, hinge, and stand. Again, you're pressing your arms this way the entire time. Whew. Squat, hinge, and stand. I want you to really draw that belly button in. The most effective deep core activation is tilting that pelvis and vacuums. So we're just finding a nice rhythm of back and forth between those two movements, but within full body exercises. 3, 2, and 1, rest. All right, next is the push-up. All right, so push-up, we have to tilt that pelvis just a little bit and vacuum. All right, while we're in that plank. So we don't just drop those low backs down, we tilt that pelvis a little bit to keep it up. Let's go. Push up to down dog. Either totally on the knees or push up on the knees, dog on the toes. It's up to you. Or again, you can have your hands on a bench or a chair. You're gonna really feel it's tough to draw in as you push up. That's gonna be the hardest part. So really focus in. Really draw that belly in once you start pushing up from the bottom. Good, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo! All right, you know it's good when you can barely talk. All right, next we have windmills. So we're back to it. Again, modified version, no hand in the air, just a slight rotation. If you can't do any, you're here. All right, let's begin. Good, one arm up, the other arm down. Good, I want you to really push your hips far behind you. And again, belly in. It's a lot of twists, a lot of rotation through that core. And we're keeping ourselves parallel to the ground. So just a different challenge and a different plane of motion. Keep going. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, side plank to side plank with that leg lift. So again, you could side plank on your knee and do that leg lift. You could even take it out if you really need to. Otherwise, you're on your feet here. All right, in 3, 2, 1, let's begin. Lift that leg, slow and controlled, flip it over. So when we move this leg, all right, we're adding a moving part to the structure, right? The core that's trying to stabilize, so it has to work a little harder rather than if we were just flipping back and forth. Plus, we're activating all these small abductor muscles, sorry, which are going to support the hips and again, in turn, support the core when we do full body exercises. Good. Hips high. Push the floor away. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, back up to that long lunge with the knee. So I know this one's a little trickier. All right, it feels kind of silly. You want to make sure you're not rounding your back. So you're not here, right? You see that rounded back? That's why your hands are behind the head or over. So you're keeping a nice flat back. And then hinge to stand up. Let's begin. We want to get as close to parallel as we can. So think about getting your belly along the thigh. But again, we're not resting there. Belly in tight. Good. Kick up nice and high. Boom. Boom. And think just a light touch in the back. Check in with those arms. Keep them long. Press behind you. Belly in, belly in. 2, 1, and rest. So much vacuuming. Okay, moving on. We have our side-to-side lunge, prisoner style. So we're here. Again, we were just here for that long lunge, but moving up and down through those hips. Now we're not. Let's go. We're keeping it parallel to the floor for the full 45. So open up that chest, pull the belly in. Again, modified, you're here, kind of just touching for balance as needed. Good, you got it. Come on. Stay with me. You're almost there. Stay strong. 10 seconds left. Get a little deeper in that lunge. Find a little more of a parallel through the core. 2 and 1, rest. All right, on the ground, we have those tempo leg raises. So again, slow on the decline. All right, fast. I don't want to say fast, but 1 beat on the way up. The eccentric portion is what's really gonna build strength. So that's why we're going slow on the decline. Let's go. So tuck that low back to the floor. 3, 2, 1, and drive it up. Try to keep your head off the ground too. I know it's harder, but it's gonna help push that low back to the floor. 3, 2, 1, up. 3, 2, 1, up. Good, you got it. Stay with me. Woo! Feel that sweat dripping down. 10 seconds. Come on, every rep counts. Every rep counts. Don't sneak out early and rest. Back on your feet. We got 1 more round through the circuit, you guys. Let's bring it in and finish strong. All right, I know you're feeling a little tired right now. In the core, you wanna just relax those abs. All right, but we're not there yet. Let's go. Overhead squat, hinge, and stand. Belly in tight, belly in tight. Hinge and stand. Good, you got this. Stay with me. Keep those arms long, biceps by the ears. I want you to focus on keeping that chest stacked over the hips as much as you can as we squat down. Obviously, it's not perfect, right? You're not gonna actually be able to maintain those shoulders directly over the hips, but just for sake of feeling. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, back to our push-ups to down dog. So belly's in. I want you at the bottom of that push-up, knees or toes. You're really gonna pull that belly in. So if your belly's here, vacuum it up. All right, that's gonna assist you on the way up. Let's go. Push up, press it back, down dog. Good, get those fingers nice and wide, hands beneath the shoulders. Good, breathe out as you push. It's gonna help you vacuum. Good, excellent work, you guys, stay with it. Oh, we got 15 seconds left. A few more reps. Like I said, you always work to that bell. Never shave off a couple reps. You shave off 2 or 3 reps every round and rest. Even 1 or 2. That's 7 exercises, 7 to 14 exercises every round for 3 rounds. That adds up. So always work to that bell. We have windmills next. Get ready. All right, feet hip width, 1 arm high. Let's begin. Hips go far, far back with that rotation. Again, slow and controlled. It's not a race. Good. Keep those eyes up. Belly's in tight. Good, 15 seconds. Try to drop that chest really low. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, moving on, side plank to side plank with the leg lift. Modified, you're here. All right. Standard, you're here. Get ready, deep breaths. In 3, 2, 1. This will be halfway through the circuit. You're almost there. You're almost at the end. Deep core day. You probably expected a lot of sit-ups and crunches, but there's so much more to work on beyond there. Sides, you burn out too fast with these short rest breaks. Good, keep that arm high, push the floor away. Again, always focus on your form, especially during strength workouts. Belly's in. 10 more seconds, stay with it. Good, you got this, come on. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, moving on, long lunge with that knee. So arms here or behind the head. Hinge, see this nice flat plane, shoulders to hips, hinging up as we come up with that knee. Let's go, alternate those legs. Yes, you're gonna feel a little glute, I know. Good. Again, belly in, and you're tilting that pelvis at the top, right? Tilting that pelvis at the top as you tuck your knee in. So we want to get that knee real high. Boom. It's kind of double whammy here. Vacuum to tilt. Whew. Get a good strong pulse at the top. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, side to side lunge, hands behind that head. Deep breaths. We're almost there, you guys. We have 2 more exercises, and then you're done for the day. You made it through. Here for 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. So hinge. Holding that hinge as we drop those hips low. It's like a squat meets a hinge. It's one thing I really enjoy about those lateral lunges. Good. If you feel a little comfortable, try to get your hips a little higher, chest a little lower. Puff out your chest to open up those elbows. We got 15 seconds left. Draw in that belly, and you're gonna feel it real low in the belly too. Good, you got this, come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. On the floor, let's go. Whew. On your back. How you feeling? You ready for your last 45 seconds? Because this is it. Everything you've got. Slow decline, powerful on the up. Let's begin. Tuck that low back to the floor. Tuck that low back to the floor. Try to tuck your chin off the ground. 3, 2, 1, up. 3, 2, 1, up. 3, 2, 1, up. Good, you got it. Deep breaths. 3, 2, 1, up. It's so hard, but you can do it. 3, 2, 1, up. Stay with me. I have less than 10 seconds. Work until that bell. Do not quit early. 3, 2, 1, and rest. That is it, you guys. Shake it out. Quick drink of water if you need it. We're gonna jump right into that cool down. Very nice work today. Let's just side bend. Reach side to side. Push out those hips. Eyes to the ceiling. Excellent work today. Very nice job. Woo. If you enjoy this workout, you want to see more like this, all right, give it a thumbs up. Lets me know what you guys want to see more of. Or just let me know in the comments. Let's twist it out a little. Shake out that core. Good. And from here, let's reach under the toes. Find a nice gentle hang. And if you have not already, please subscribe. That way every time I post a new workout, you'll be notified, and then you can join me and we'll suffer together. Especially while we have fun. Good. Roll it up, roll it up, roll it up. Reach up nice and high. Just put those hands behind the head. Stay to the hips. Lift, lift, lift. Open up that hip flexor a little bit. There is some work there. Open up. Abdominals. Switch sides. Good. And let's take it to the ground. And just gently press up, stretching out the belly. Good. Lower down. Let's hinge it back. Stretch out that low back a little bit. Remember, your deep core is usually referring to the transverse abdominis muscle, all right? That's the deepest layer of abdominal muscle, all right, in the front of the body. But, all right, what's also going to keep you strong for those strength conditioning workouts, right, when we do a lot of cleans, for those explosive hip movements, even for just a heavy leg day, all right, you also want to have a strong back too, okay? That's going to support the abdominals in the front, all right, as well as your posture for all day long, okay? So that's why you saw a bit of both. We did stuff that also kind of hit that low back a little bit more, but we did all different pulling, vacuum motions, and pelvic tilts, all right? But that's it for today. Till next time, stay strong, stay tough.